3, 2, 1.
Thanks for joining us for KSAT News Now, our bite-sized streaming newscast and daily podcast. We hope you enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. I'm Erica Hernandez.
And I'm David Sears. And yeah, we hope you took some time yesterday to remember why we had that day off. At least spent a few minutes reflecting on that, and then enjoyed your hot dogs and peach cobbler.
Peach cobbler. I didn't
Sounds
have
good.
any.
You didn't have any peach cobbler?
Oh, now I want some.
cobbler.
Thanks, David.
Ooh, all right, some of the top stories we are following today. Strawberries being blamed for hepatitis outbreak, and yes, HEB is involved. Matter of fact, heard him on a national broadcast yesterday mentioning HEB. Never heard that before.
Yeah, and I had to really look at that because we eat strawberries all the time,
Yes.
so I had to make sure I checked mine. Plus, some student loan borrowers could get big chunk of change taken off their balance, and Encanto is hitting the road. We'll explain all those stories, David.
All right, but first we're going to start with the latest out of Uvalde this morning. What should have been the first day of summer break for Robb Elementary school students, instead, it's the first of 2 of the 19 being remembered at funeral visitations today.
Yeah, family and friends gathered for 10-year-old Anne-Marie Jo Gaddis at Hillcrest Memorial Funeral yesterday. Mourners wearing shades of purple, her favorite color, at the request of her father.
Visitation for 10-year-old Maddie Rodriguez taking place at the town's other funeral home as well yesterday. Over the next couple of weeks, funerals are going to be taking place for the children and their teachers. This week alone, funerals are planned for 11 children. Teacher Irma Garcia and her husband, who died of a heart attack just a couple of days later.
Yeah, today KSAT 12 will be joining the Texas Tribune as well as other news outlets across the state and remembering each of the victims. Our social media pages, including Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, will go silent for 21 minutes in honor of each of the 21 victims. If you are moved to join us, we welcome your participation.
And we also want to let you know that our Alicia Barrera is in Uvalde today, and she's going to have some live reports for us on the activities of the day at 5 o'clock, and again on KSAT 12 News at 6.
That's
so
correct.
Look for her.
Yeah, meanwhile, Uvalde CISD Police Chief Pete Arredondo, who is being criticized over how he handled the response to the deadly shooting, will not be sworn into office as a city councilman today.
Uvalde Mayor Don McLaughlin said yesterday that he has decided to cancel that meeting because the first funerals were taking place today. He also said that when the council meeting is held to swear in new council members who were elected in early May, Arredondo will be allowed to take the oath of office.
He was elected, and there's nothing I can do to change that. Not that I want to. I mean, at this point, I mean, I don't know. I'll say if I don't want to, but I mean, he was duly elected, and that's something Pete and I'm sure the people in his district will come to terms with.
On Friday, DPS Director Stephen McGraw said Arredondo made the wrong decision to wait so long before sending officers into those locked classrooms.
Yeah, the U.S. Department of Justice has accepted a request to conduct an independent critical incident review of law enforcement's response to that mass shooting, and that is a very rare thing for them to do, for them to take up. The Department of Justice investigating, but when you look at all the controversy, all the confusion that happened throughout that entire event on last Tuesday, they need that independent study, and those folks in Uvalde need to know exactly what happened. So
yeah, and just to kind of give you when you say rare, I think the last one that they did looking online at one of our reports was the San Bernardino mass shooting, and that was an 100-page report, which they have said once that report is complete, they will publish it for all of us to see.
Yeah, and they said they're going to be very open and honest about what they're finding, and I think that's where the controversy comes in with the chief there and becoming a part of the city council. You know, as the mayor said, he was voted by the folks there in Uvalde to be a member of the city council, so he's going to be he can resign is one of the things that he could do, or they could actually have a recall vote, or he could be sitting as a member of the city council. So,
yep.
But that's going to be up to those folks there in Uvalde to make that decision. So we'll see how that turns out in the future. So.
In other news, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration is currently investigating a potential link between a hepatitis A outbreak and fresh organic strawberries.
Organic strawberries.
Organic, yes, that's key.
The strawberries branded as Fresh, Campo, and HEB, and purchased between March 5th, write this down, March 5th through April 25th. If you still got some of those, they're probably not any good unless you froze them.
Yes,
so, there you go. So
they were sold nationwide at a number of retailers, including HEB, Kroger, Sprouts Farmers Market, Trader Joe's, and Walmart. The possibly effective strawberries, like David said, are now past their shelf life, but for those who did free them, yeah, probably urged to throw those away.
Yeah, have you ever seen those that get like mold on them? Nasty. So far, 17 cases of hepatitis have been identified. Right now, no cases in Texas, but the investigation is ongoing. According to the CDC, symptoms of hepatitis A usually appear 2 to 7 weeks after you've been infected.
Yeah, those symptoms can include yellow skin or eyes, not wanting to eat, upset stomach, vomiting, stomach pain, fever, diarrhea, joint pain, and feeling tired. I make sure we didn't have those strawberries. I never buy the organic ones, so I think we were just safe, but still I kind of get a little nervous with all the other strawberries.
A lot of parents get nervous because a lot of parents are feeding those kids strawberries.
Yeah, I feed my daughter that all the time. Like, that's her favorite snack is a strawberry.
Chop them up, throw them in the bowl.
And we're good.
And the kid's quiet for like, all about 2-3 minutes. Munching on some strawberries. After that, back to yelling and screaming. More strawberries.
Oh, that's the story of my life, David.
That a banana? Doesn't a banana work? Yeah, I think a banana works.
All right.
All right, so we got some good news on the horizon for anyone who is still trying to pay off those student loan debts you got.
Yeah, the White House is finalizing plans to cancel $10,000 of debt per borrower. This will apply to anyone with federal student loans that makes less than $150,000 a year or $300,000 per married couple.
Right now, student loan payments are paused in response to the pandemic and inflation, but they are scheduled to resume in August. No word on whether that's still the plan.
President Biden had hoped to come to a final decision and make the announcement this past weekend, but held off after learning about the shooting in Uvalde. So the plan is still up in the air and could cost roughly $230 billion.
And this is controversial. No matter how you look at it, because it's like, you got the one side that says, hey, you signed for that loan, you got that loan.
You got to pay for it.
You're responsible for it. Why should the taxpayers paying for you to go to college?
Yeah.
You know.
But then the other side, these kids are struggling. They are coming out of school with a lot of debt, and you know.
But you hear a lot of kids coming out being doctors and lawyers and kids that are actually making money.
Yeah.
So, that's
what's
another
the give and
controversial.
take, yeah.
So why are you making $150,000 a year and I'm paying for you to lose $10,000 of college debt? So
we'll see how that turns out.
It's a controversy. So.
David, are you a fan of the movie Encanto? Do you want to talk about Bruno?
We were talking about this a second. Here's how much of Encanto I watched. Probably about 10 minutes because I was with the grandkids, sitting on the couch, put the movie on, Grandpa taking a nap, baby. That's what that thing is for, right? The kids, entertain the kids, and you take a nap. No, I don't know that I've ever seen the end of it.
Oh my goodness. Well, Disney has announced a one-of-a-kind concert event. The Encanto sing-along film concert will be on tour in 32 cities.
The entire full-length film and on-stage band is going to play every hit song from the soundtrack. The tour kicks off this July, but got some bad news. The event only stopping in El Paso, Lubbock, Houston, and Dallas this summer. Almost lost it right there. Almost lost it. Yep, almost. That's okay. There's a box right there. Show that box. Can you see that box?
Take my box.
No, show the box. We're here. I'm gonna hold the box up. Where's the camera? Show the box.
Oh my goodness,
Okay,
that's my box.
I know. This is your box. Show the box. Where's
How
the
could
camera?
you miss it?
This is the box. That was because I was looking at the thing I was supposed to be reading.
Did you think I grew like 3 inches over the weekend?
Do you still need it?
Yes, I still
Well, let me
need
put
it.
that down over here for you before I fall over it.
Never a dull moment when David's here. Hey, David, there's a box here.
There's a box. Ooh, man.
Man, we went from Encanto to David almost.
I was about to be singing another tune right there. I'm going to tell you that right now. I don't know what that tune was going to be.
I got the full view there.
Did you?
I was nervous for you, David,
Did
and
you-
I was
did-
nervous
I was like, should I
nervous
catch
for our
him or
producer
not?
Alyssa, because if
She
you
was
would have
like right
fallen,
there.
that girl be gone.
How close did I come to fall? You got you see
Very
it?
close.
What?
Yeah.
All right, so I got a
I'm glad
witness.
you're here with us.
Yes,
Thank
I'm
you.
glad you're okay.
Guys, so this May is going to go down as the hottest May on
it's
record
felt like
for
it.
us, and records go back to 1885. So that's no mean feat. 137 years there.
Wow.
I know.
I felt like every day was just so hot this
Right,
past
with the
month.
exception of a couple of days last week when we had a few shots at rain, it's been incredibly hot.
Will this trend continue? Do we think that?
Well, yeah, summer's looking hot.
Summer's looking hot?
That's my meteorology.
Is that smoking
degree
hot or
right
just
there.
hot?
Here's the thing. So oftentimes in May, we get a lot of rain. Right, May is our rainiest month. We did not get a lot of rain. That rain typically saturates the soils and prevents temperatures in June from getting to 100 degrees. If there's a wet soil, you won't get to 100 degrees. But now that the soils are dry, we've already had 500-degree days, and into this weekend, we could have a couple more added onto that. So, yeah, it's not looking great for summer. It's not looking good for drought. The only thing this time of year that really gives us rain in the summer months are tropical systems. And so we'll take a check of the tropics here really quickly, but I want you to see outside right now. It's windy. Winds are sustained from the southeast at 20 miles per hour. We've already seen a few wind gusts of up to 25 to 30 miles per hour. It's 87 degrees. We've got mostly cloudy skies, but into the afternoon, those clouds are going to thin out and temperatures are going to climb. Notice how windy it's going to stay during the day today. South winds sustained 15 to 20 miles per hour. We'll be near about 97 degrees for the high temperature this afternoon, 4 or 5 p.m. as you're heading home. Crank up the AC in your car because it is going to be very, very hot. As we head into the later evening hours, still in the 80s, 82 degrees at 11 p.m. I'll tell you what, though, last night I was sitting outside after the sunset. Didn't feel all that bad. It was nice and comfortable out there. So tonight's going to be a warm one for sure. Look at tomorrow. So tomorrow we have the opportunity for a few streamer showers, especially in the morning. It would not amount to much as far as rainfall goes, but if you have an early morning commute, you may have to turn on those windshield wipers just once or twice. Odds are not in our favor for rain tomorrow, but about a 10 to 20% chance for some of those streamer showers. And then in the afternoon, it's going to be another hot one. I mentioned that soils are very dry. Take a look at the drought monitor. Extreme and exceptional drought all across the KSAT 12 viewing area. We usually only get any good rain in the summer because of the tropics. And there are the remnants of Agatha right here over parts of southern Mexico. Now, these remnants of Agatha are expected to head into the Gulf of Mexico and potentially strengthen into a tropical system, about a 60% chance over the next 5 days or so. If it reforms in the Gulf, it would actually be Alex. So it would get a name change because it would be in the Atlantic instead of in the Pacific. Here's a look at the tropical cyclone names. Now, tropical cyclone just means any kind of tropical storm or greater. So tropical storm, hurricane, or major hurricane. These are the names. Let's see. Do we see anybody from KSAT? Yeah. There's no Dave. Oh, there's a Fiona.
Oh, there's a
There's
Fiona.
a Fiona.
I know somebody with a middle name of that.
Oh, yeah, and Tobias for Jen Tobias Strusky, right?
Yeah.
So that list seems a little short compared to some of the
Ones we've had in the
number of
past.
storms we've had.
Well, there's 26.
So
There's
what
always
do we do when that
26.
list runs out? Because we don't use the
We don't
Greek
use the
alphabet
Greek
anymore,
alphabet
right?
anymore. You're right.
So where do we go?
We will have a whole other set of names that they pick, the World Meteorological Organization. But there's always 26. There's always, and oftentimes we get through that list sometimes and have to go to another list. So yeah, looking at the 7-day forecast, guys, again, end of May, early June, typically our rainiest time of the year. Look at this, only a 10 to 20% chance for rain through about Friday. So it doesn't look great for us, Erica and David, unfortunately. And then over the weekend, we could be seeing temperatures back to 100 degrees.
And there's nothing in the Atlantic right now, just that one storm Agatha, right?
Yeah, just Agatha, the remnants of Agatha, but it could
go.
reform as Tropical Storm Alex, but that would only impact the Florida coast potentially. So we'll keep you updated all hurricane season long. It officially starts tomorrow, guys, through
ya.
the end of November.
Bye.
Adios.
Just walk away. Watch for any stools or anything on the floor.
I'll try to.
Don't-
Got better vision than you, David.
Yeah, well,
Hey, sorry.
you're a third my age. You should have better vision than me. I would hope.
Now, before David stumbled, we were talking Encanto.
Go ahead and finish the conversation before I fall all over.
Well,
myself.
I don't know if you heard him. The tour does kick off in July, but there was bad news. There weren't any stops in San Antonio.
Right.
It was only in El Paso, Lubbock, Houston,
Yeah.
and Dallas.
I might have got that in there when I was falling.
Well, I didn't hear it.
Okay, I know.
I was trying not to laugh, but I wanted to make sure you're okay.
Yeah, we're good. Thank
You're
you.
good.
Appreciate
All right.
that.
Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe to the News Now podcast, available anywhere you get your audio. David, it's been fun.
It has been fun.
I'm glad you didn't hurt yourself.
Thank you. It's a good thing. We'll see you back here at KSAT 12 News at noon. Be joined by Ursula Perry for the latest updates for you. Until then, we'll see you tomorrow morning again at 11 a.m. on KSAT News Now. Watch your step.